make a choice board in Google Slides. We know that choice boards are great for students for differentiating their learning as well as giving them power and choice. So this video is specifically for people who have never used a choice board. There are ample templates online, but I have found them overwhelming for beginners. So this is a beginner video on how to make a simple choice board. The first thing we need to do is just to plan out what we want our learning outcomes for our students to be, and then to think about the activities to include that will help them with those learning outcomes. And then lastly, we want to organize those activities by themes or groups. So I came up with different activities, and then my categories are going to be reading, research, and create. So the first thing that I want to do to create a choice board is to go ahead and go to Google Slides. So I'm just going to open a new tab and find my slides and create a blank presentation. From here, I will delete the default text box I don't need by clicking on it. And when I get that arrow that's going different directions, I will delete it. So I want to insert a table. My choice board is going to have 9 options, so I'm going to do 3 by 3, and then I'm going to resize it. Probably will want to make it about this big so that there's room for the different icons. I'm going to add a text box, so I click on the double T's. I want to label my categories above the choice board, so I'm going to type in reading, research, and create. And I can change the font color and size by clicking on those dots and going to black and bold. I like Brie Serif, so I'm going to choose that. Oh, now I want it to be bigger. Next, I'm going to add another text box on the side, so back to those double T's, and I'm going to type in some instructions. I'm going to move to a already typed out slide so that you can see what it looks like a little bit faster. So I typed in my instructions here, and then I highlighted them. And again, I clicked on those dots to add bullets. And I also added a border. So if I have my box highlighted, I can change the weight of the border. And then I added one more text box here, and I changed the font again to my favorite and the size and made it bold. Just labeled my choice board. The next thing that we're going to do is go ahead and add some activities. So the first one, I'll just delete this and show you what it looked like before I had anything here. The first reading option is going to be Kidlit TV. So I can go to the website, and usually I can drag the icon up and just put it in, and then I'll resize it so that it fits in my box. And after I have it the right size, I'm going to create a link. So we'll just keep working with that, and then the link is here. And I can just copy and paste from the website. I'm using a Mac, so I'm just doing Command C and Command V and hitting apply. It is still a little bit big. I'm going to make it smaller, and then we'll move on to the next one. My second option for reading for my students is for them to go to Epic. I want to show you this because if I drag this and try to put it on my board, it doesn't work. So sometimes another way that I found a workaround was just to type in the website and images, get Epic images, and then for some reason I am able to put this in. And the reason I'm using these icons is because my students are familiar with these sites. They've used them before and they recognize them, and so this is a nice way for them to recognize and know what they're doing. So after I have put in Epic, I'm also going to again link and either type in the website or copy and paste it. I like copying and pasting because then I know I didn't make any typos, so I'm going to copy and paste. And I'm going to continue on. Not all of my options are going to have websites to go to. My third reading option is to read a book in the library. And then my research options are going to be National Geographic for Kids, Britannica School, Elementary, and teaching books. And then my create are Book Creator, and there's a new one for me. Let me see what it is. What's it called? Diffit and Canva. So I have now clicked and dragged or found an icon online and just dropped these in, resized them, and then added links to each of them. The last thing that I need to do is to share this in a Google Classroom. And so I am going to, it's shareable. I'm going to copy the link, and then I'm going to go to my Google Classroom, and I am in the classwork section. I'm going to click Create Assignment and give it a title, and then type in my instructions. Under link, I'm going to put the link to that slide, and then I want to put it so that students can so it makes a copy for each student in case they decide to put little X's over their activity. All right, so I've showed you how to create a simple choice board in Google Slides and then connect it to your Google Classroom. Thank you.